Okay, here's a short look at the market through the eyes of E-mini day trader for Wednesday, Wednesday, June the 9th. Well, when we left yesterday, we were anticipating the market is likely going to have a move up. And by the way, these are the market profiles. This is what occurred yesterday, and this is what occurred today, volume and market profile, and this is what occurred the overnight session. So we were expecting an up move. We knew that the next test here would be around the 70 mark, and it moved above that last night. Weren't really sure where it might top out, but it certainly did turn around and then have a good sell-off. So we had some good movement again today, which is nice to see. So we're still looking at major support, of course, down around 42. And if the market can get above 56, though, we'll look at possibly the market getting up to 64. So we do expect a little bit of a bounce here overnight, but certainly still with a downward bearish undertone. Here's the market profiles from just the regular trading hours, and of course we like to look at those in our analysis as well. As far as our trades were concerned today, we had four systematic sort of mechanical trades, if you will. Our first one was a beauty. As you can see, that first up arrow was right here, and we got filled, had a beautiful fill. The market just moved against us a couple of ticks, and then had a swift 5.25 point rally. So the most conservative estimate or conservative trader, I'm sorry, the fill was right here. This is an error. That fill was not down there. That fill was up here. Sorry. This one did not get filled, as you can see. That blue line extended across here. So that one didn't get filled till much later, and by that time we were into a gray filter, so that trade was not taken. So this was actually the first trade right here, and it moved right up to the high. As I said, 5.25 points in our favor. It's still able to salvage in the most conservative method 2.75 points on that final partial on that one. You can see in here that the next trigger was also an up or a buy, but we were already in the market. So we only, even though we had three of these up arrows here, we only ended up by getting filled and trading one of them. That was the middle one here. Because if we're already in a trade, we don't add on to the trade, and that's why this third one that you see here was not traded. Then the next signal we had right here was a beautiful fill on a short trade right here, but as you can see, our filter at that time was still sort of borderline. It was just switching over to neutral. This particular trade type, though, is a very powerful trade type, and a lot of our traders would have taken that even though the filter was in the neutral position because of the type of trade it was. It really is the kind of trade that identifies a really good exhaustion, and that particular trade, we really actually try and hold it for as long as we possibly can, sometimes for the rest of the day. So now we did have another short, so you can see the next signal, and here was a short trade. So that particular trade it turned out to be our second trade of the day from a mechanical standpoint, and it hit our first two objectives. I'm sorry, that one did not. It hit just our first objective. We were filled on that, so it turned out to be overall a break-even trade. And then a little bit later down, you can see that the market then, so that was the second trade. Our third trade today, we got filled right in here. You can see there's several of these down arrows in here, so we had a lot of signals to get long. I'm sorry, to get short. Even one down here, which worked out nicely, although it was very, very late in the session, did not take that trade. The third trade that we had here today was right in here, and it worked out pretty good. I mean, this particular trade, it did move 1.5 points in our favor right away, only moving against us 3 ticks and then 1.5 points in our favor. So, and we were filled on that. So just profit on 3/4 of our position there. The final 1/4 position was 0 or break even. Then later on we did have one other trade which was based on, you can see this signal right here, and that was our fourth trade of the day. We did get filled on that. So these other trades, even though that they were set up, we were already short or did not bounce enough to get us into a short trade. And the fourth trade here worked out nicely. It was as you can see that the line barely, but it was a fill right here and had a nice fall off. Although from a very conservative standpoint, it was a very small profit on that trade. So anyway, that's what we're looking at for today, and a bit of a outlook for what's coming up in the days to come, at least for tomorrow. Any questions or comments, please get a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader.com. Thanks for taking the time to view the video. We'll see you tomorrow.